Hello everyone. Okay, so this is part 2 from the video that I just did about the next 6 weeks. So I want to talk about why this is so important. Why is it important right now for us to recognize if we are in the lower frequency versions of us or that higher version of us that already exists? As you know, we are clearing and alchemizing and dismantling the external, the human collective. Systems that have been in place that create anxiety, stress, worry, fear, disempowerment, no choice, no free will, you're not safe. Systems that stem from greed, manipulation, chaos, fear, control. So we have systems based in those consciousnesses that are going to tell us things that are going to create fear, anxiety, stress, worry, disempowerment, no free will, no choice, you're not safe. The more we play in those consciousnesses and believe those consciousnesses, we are perpetuating and mirroring that system that we're here to clear, that we're here to dismantle. And so you want to recognize how you are experiencing that system, whether it's masks, whether it's vaccines, whether it's COVID, whether it's the political system, whether it's the environmental system, the scientific community, the educational system, whatever it may be. Is it creating these consciousnesses in you? And if it is, can you recognize, oh, that's what we're clearing. Oh, this is an opportunity to move into a higher frequency, to be a higher state of consciousness right now. That would mean that when a system comes at me and says, wear a mask, do this, do that, stay in your house, blah, 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 all of these ridiculous requests that people all over the world are receiving, you stand in the higher state and you say, okay, this is trying to create fear, anxiety, stress, worry, disempowerment, no choice, no free will. No, I'm not safe. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm safe and I'm sovereign. I'm light. I'm going to shine light all over this system that's trying to tell me that I'm not. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to choose to know that in this now moment, this may be the reality that I am physically seeing, but there will be another now moment where this will not be the reality, that this will be cleared and dismantled. I'm going to know that no matter what, I'm okay. We have to start to hold these higher states of consciousness. Because if you buy into the lower states that these systems are giving you and telling you to feel, you're only perpetuating that. So, like I said in video 1, you feel it, but you don't attach to it. You feel it because it's coming in from that system, but that's it. You just allow it to float through and you choose to be that higher state. And that is how we clear this human collective. That's how we shift the human collective into these higher states of consciousness, which is what we're doing. And those systems that are telling us all these things, to be afraid of things and to not have any control or power over our lives and blah, 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 they're going to get louder. They're not getting bigger, they're getting louder. They're getting louder because more humans are waking up and saying, no, I don't think so. I'm actually sovereign. I actually have a choice. I actually have a voice. I'm actually going to stand up for my truths, right? Then it gets louder and louder and louder, creating more fear, anxiety, stress, and worry. Disempowerment, no free will, no safety. It gets louder, only to try to convince the humans that are still asleep to stay asleep, and the humans that are awake that the direction they're going they can't go that way. We're going to make it more difficult, more difficult, more difficult. So the awake ones have to continue to hold the higher states of consciousness, and the ones that are asleep will eventually start to wake up because it's so insane and absurd out there. It's going to get more insane and more absurd for the sole purpose of waking up more humans. So more humans can say, this seems a little strange and odd. I think I might actually wake up out of this, right? Because in 2021, we have to be standing, many of us, in that higher version every now moment. That's why these next 6 weeks, it's so important to really start to focus on how you are responding to the external. Without judgment, but how are you responding? And really dissect it. If you're responding with fear, anxiety, stress, worry, no choice, no free will, not safe, great. That is what that system wants you to feel. That's the system we're collapsing and dismantling. Then you say, I'm going to choose a higher state to be. I'm going to choose. I have free will. I don't have to respond the way that system wants me to. That is how we clear. That is how we dismantle. And that is how we shift an entire human collective. We start with ourselves, with our own free will. We say to ourselves, I am free, no matter who comes to my door and tells me what to do. I am sovereign, no matter what they tell me. I have choice, even in the moments where it feels like I don't have a choice. I have a choice in how I respond, and I have a choice in how I be. And if you be the light, if you be the love, the compassion, and the empathy, I am telling you, it will shift these entire ridiculous, these absurd systems of consciousness that we're watching right now. Stand in your light, open your heart, hold compassion and empathy. Remember that you're safe. Remember that you have choice. Remember that you're a free will being no matter what is happening in your now moment, because this now moment is only a now moment and it will unequivocally 1000% change. We are moving into, the entire human collective is moving into higher states of consciousness. It's inevitable. We have time. Who knows how long it's going to take? But you have the ability right now to shift yourself and the human collective in every now moment. Pay attention. Pay attention to how you are being. Pay attention to how you are reacting and responding to everything, because that dictates your frequency. And the more we can hold ourselves in that higher frequency that we already are, the faster we're going to shift that human collective and break it all down. That's what we're here to do. And the next 6 weeks, holy cow, put your binoculars on, dive deep into what's going on within your physical body, and don't believe those systems that are telling you that you don't have a choice, that you are not free, that you are not safe, that you need to have fear and anxiety and stress and worry, disempowering you. That is a massive system that's collapsing in the collective. And we are learning, you are learning how to stand in the higher states while we are in those systems, i.e. experiencing whatever they want to throw at us. Bring it on. It doesn't matter. It's gonna get louder, and we gotta be prepared. We have to be prepared. We're warriors of light doing this. We know how to do this. We're learning how to do this in every now. And it is always a choice. Always a choice. There is no victims, even if you are mandated to do blank, blank, blank. You're not a victim even in the mandates, because you always have a choice in how you're going to respond on an energetic level. And if you remember, like Yoda, right? If you know that this is all an energy game, it's all a frequency game. It's not a doing game or a speaking game. This is all about frequency. And so if we can hold the higher frequencies over and over and over, as often as we can, to that system that wants to push us down, we're going to break it apart even faster. We're going to break it apart even faster. So I love you and I honor you. I honor whatever you're going through. You are loved deeply for everything that you are navigating. It's not always easy. These large kind of monster consciousnesses that are so loud right now, they're going to get louder. They're overwhelming at times, right? And you want to kind of crouch down and hide. But remember why you're here. Remember the humans that aren't awake yet, that need you to step into your light, that need you to hold those higher states, and that need you to love you while you're going through it. There is no right or wrong, good or bad. It's a frequency game. And we battle it with frequency. We battle it with frequency. And we shine our light. You shine your light. And you choose the higher states while you are experiencing the lower states. That's how we shift. And 2021, we got to be even more in those higher states over and over and over again. So these next 6 weeks, Put your binoculars on, dive deep, look at what's going on within you, look at what's going on in the external. Don't get caught up in it. See it for what it is, recognize how you're responding and reacting, and we got this. I promise you that at the end of this all, we find ourselves all in higher states of consciousness, the entire human collective. But in the meanwhile, let's do this together, hand in hand, arm in arm. We got it. I love you. Thank you for everything you are experiencing, everything you are feeling, everything you are going through. There's no mistake. I love you. I love you. I love you.